Right then, let's get straight into this. So, motivation is the buzzword. Whenever people are struggling to keep up with a routine or they're feeling a bit uncomfortable, maybe they want to lose weight, maybe they want to get fitter. Motivation is the key word that people usually put it down to. And again, you'll then see people all over social media saying you don't need motivation, you need discipline. But that simple quote does not help you. But this few-minute webinar is going to help you undoubtedly. Now, motivation, in my eyes and my opinion and my experience, and the results that we get week in, week out, comes from seeing results. If you start to see you're making progress in one way, shape, or another, you are more likely going to sustain that path long term. Now, it's what the results are that's the key metric to measure. If you're just solely looking at weight loss and you constantly, well, maybe you weigh once a week, once a month, you're not going to see any progression for weeks. That's then going to lead to a problem with your consistency. You're not really going to prioritize it. If you start looking at maybe your body weight, how your clothes fit, how energized you're feeling day to day, has your sleep improved, has your breathing got better putting your socks on, have people started making compliments to you, are you actually doing proper workouts? Are you starting to feel muscles working that you never felt before? That's just 9 that I've reeled off the tip of my tongue, not even planned. There are so many more that people in my coaching program measure success, and you will see progress week on week. So it might not always be the scale weight going down because, again, there's so many things that play into that. Water retention, how much salt content you had the night before, again, which impacts how much water you retain, what your choices were. Did you have any alcohol? Are you logging your calories correctly? Now, if we only ever obsess with the number on the scale, you're going to be so disheartened on random occasions because your body has done something different. And especially for females, it's even more complicated than that. I'm not going to go into that now, but you know the score a lot better than I do. Now, if you only took that one metric, you're obviously going to lead to low levels of motivation because you're not seeing the thing change that you so desperately want. All of a sudden, if you start looking at it from a different perspective, you're going to see yourself flying on 9, 10 different metrics. And maybe the body weight's just trawling up behind, or it's going downwards in the correct trend that you want to see, but maybe not as much as you'd like to see. You're not going to be taking as much like attention onto that one specific because you're now all of a sudden you're over the moon because you're doing so much more than you've ever done. And again, having a big challenge maybe at the end goal, creating that deadline, you're then working towards it. You've got a fixed space of time to make the progress that you need. Those two simple tips there, by having a deadline of a challenge and actually increasing the amount of things that you measure success for, will undoubtedly lead to you never having to struggle for motivation. Now, there'll be times that you wake up and you don't want to work out, you don't want to go for a run, you don't want to track your food, you don't want to, and that's an element of where the discipline comes in. But what helps with that is having accountability, because in these times we all have them. Anyone that tells you they're motivated all the time is full of shit. You have these days where you've not slept well, maybe the kids have kept you up all night, or you've had a busy day at work. You don't really want to work out, yet you've got that end result coming shorter and shorter and shorter every single day that you don't do anything. So you're going to have to step up, even in the tough times, and do a workout, track your food. And it's only a short period of time till you can hit that goal. And then your goals change, and how much consistency and time you put into it can change as well. So, what can help with that right now is my accountability group. I'm just going to take you through it very briefly, and there is a link in the description. So this is the home screen. On here, there is a file section. If I can find it, there it is. On the file section, there is a whole host of different PDFs that I've created. There's about 60 odd that I've created over time in the last year or so, posted them into there. Some of these are just questions that I've had. So 5 ways to manage unrealistic expectations. These are questions I've created a PDF off the back. There's home workouts, male, beginner, female, intermediate, whatever your sort of experience level is. And then there's all these proper guides with how to use MyFitnessPal, 100 snacks under takeaway guides, how to create a workout program, and there's just so much. And the key thing with all this, because again, information is important, is there's this discussion there. And I'm checking in with people, posting my own updates from my sessions there, just because I like to keep accountable by my own group. And then they're asking people how their week's going, everything of the kind. Those 3 tips there will keep you motivated forever, because that's all you need. You need the right information, the right support network, and you need to have a goal in sight. And that is your job to come up with and get a deadline and work towards it. Let me know in the group, join it, say what your goals are, and I can help you. But until you take that first step of action, you can't blame motivation, because you're not doing anything to work towards it. Now, I hope this has helped. Hope you watched it as well on 1.2 times speed, so I didn't keep you for too long. And yeah, any questions, fire them over on Instagram. Make sure you do join that Facebook group, and then let me know.